Can you hear your boy? Cause I can hear myself. What's up, y'all? It's your boy M Boogie. We back here with all 32. I'm here with Montel and Jamal. We finna give y'all a good show tonight. We got some good topics such as your boy Kirk Cousins. What I said happened. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to tell Mom I'm right, but Mom, I'm right.
You know what, bro? I don't even think I said the deal was going to get done last week. I'm not sure. I can't remember anymore. But even if I did, I don't know why I felt that way if that was the case. But shit's crazy.
It sounds good. And then we got my boy Montel on the other line. What's up, cuz?
Sure, let's get it. I'm ready to get it in tonight.
Hold on, wait, man. Wait.
Hey, I knew. Hey, no, don't know. We're not even going to speak on that. Let's just continue.
Bruh. No. I got something with both y'all. I told y'all last show that I was gonna come on the show this week and tell y'all how much I was gonna beat Nick by when we played this Madden game. Won by 14.
Barely beat him.
I won by 14. It was light work. Nick,
that was a last minute touchdown on the last play.
I don't recall. I won by 14. That was the bottom line. I don't. That's all I remember was the 14-point victory. It was fairly easy, by the way. I should have done.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not. You threw endless picks.
Yeah, you threw endless picks. You threw 5 picks.
This is the problem.
5 picks, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
I was cruising to a victory. You didn't know how to score.
Jamal,
you didn't know how to score. We moving on because you suck. You suck.
For the past 2
and I tried to tell you suck.
For the past 2 weeks, we have been playing NFL career, and I've been playing quarterback. And I found out that it's extremely hard to play that jump. And I had to switch my offense up to the Sam Bradford offense. So it messed me up when I got back to the regular game.
All I hear now is excuses.
And we were still scoring you, bro. You're not good.
Who won last? Okay, we
won before that.
Hey, it don't matter. Montel, look, man. I'm not even out here to try and embarrass you or anything like that, bro. I just want to say I'm sorry for what I did. I just want to apologize, man, because I don't think it was anything that I did to you. It was not personal. I even ran the ball a lot, just so I can, cruise to a safe victory.
All right, man.
All right. You hurt Crabtree.
All right. Let's talk about stuff that's more important.
I'm sorry, Montel. Okay,
let's get back to the real show. Let's start off with my boy Lonzo Ball.
I knocked him out the playoffs.
Oh my God.
I know Montel don't want to talk about the boy. It is summer league, but the boy did his thing. Hey, look, y'all. LeVar might be the smartest man in the world right now, because everything he said is happening, and the boy's doing that. And I ain't never heard so many people talk about what shoes somebody got on a day in my life until last weekend, bruh. So look, tell y'all now, I'm speaking into existence. Lakers gonna be fighting for that 8th seed. It might be a couple games out, but they might be up there.
Damn, already, huh?
I hope those some high hopes. I think that's
and Kuzma, whatever his name is.
First of all, Kuzma, get it right.
Yeah, Kuzma.
Get it right, bro. But hey, he a baller though. Like, Cuz got the swag. He put it on the floor. He a baller. But the signing of KCP, really, like, that was a low-key bomb Simon for real, because he's strapped and he can take on them tall point guards that's in the West for real. He finna be a problem, cuz. Also, y'all might not know this, but the shortest guy in the starting lineup that we have is 6'6". That's Lonzo Ball. Everybody else is 6'7" and up. So watch out for the straps. Watch out for the showtime. Watch out for the ball.
Hey, you know what? I personally like Lonzo Ball, and I think he's going to be a pretty good NBA player, but it's so early, man. If you look at any of the top point guards in this league today, it took them like 3 to 4 years to really even get a grasp of the game and really be considered a top point guard. I think it's going to take Ball a little time, maybe 5. So for you to say they're going to be fighting for that 8th seed this year in a tough Western Conference, you just putting the same pressure on it as Pop's putting on them. And I know they don't consider it pressure, but at the end of the day, it's pressure. And that's I feel like that's kind of why he came out that first game. He was kind of flat. And he came back. He still hasn't found his shot. And in today's NBA, as a point guard, you got to be able to put the ball in the bucket. And he's shown that he can do that against summer league talent. But in the NBA, that his jumper hasn't really been getting off because it is so awkward. He's gonna have to change that form, and that's gonna take some time too. So we're gonna see. I think
he not like a score first point guard though. Like
he's not.
He around people that like he can. The people that surround him are runners. Like they can get to the cup for real. He can get them open. He can pass them open.
That's the thing though. When you're playing in the Western Conference, you're gonna need some talent around Lonzo Ball for
he got talent, bro.
Shine. No, he doesn't.
The Lakers will not.
The Lakers will not compete for that AFC this year. I'm gonna tell you that now.
All right, man.
I'm gonna tell you that now.
Hold on, wait, Montel. What you mean by like? So what you got them finishing in terms of like record wise? Do they have a winning record?
Nah, they gonna win like 30 games. They're gonna improve from last year.
Goodness, how much?
How much
like 30?
How much y'all won last year?
Like 28, bro.
No, y'all didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all won like 17. Y'all stuck, bro.
I think that was the Kobe year that they won like 17.
I give y'all like 35 wins, but I don't see y'all competing for that eighth spot.
They probably get 40, bro. 42 wins to get you that AFC, bro.
But they're not.
Not in the West though. Like, probably so in the West.
About to say the first 6 seeds is like 50 wins. 42 would get you that eighth.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't see them winning 40 plus games.
I think they could get like 20, 39, 42, something like that.
Not this year. Not with the players that you're gonna need so much more in the West. You gotta think you're playing the Warriors 3+ times, you're playing the Rockets 3+ times, you gotta see the Cavaliers twice.
Hey, you know what, Nick, bro? I don't even know. You know what? We need to move on from this subject. This fool said they won 28 games. They won 17. I'm very upset that they even listened to Nick. I relied on him.
Told you that.
Yeah,
I said 17.
Yeah, they won 17. Yes, bro.
Last year, y'all won 17 games.
I thought that was a Kobe. I'm about to look and see how many won. Yeah, I'm about to check that, Joe. 2015.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all not winning those.
They won 20. They won 21 with Kobe.
Yeah, I could see y'all winning like 31, 32 games this year.
I thought they won 28.
We won 26.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Jamal, I'm looking at it right now, bro.
Lakers 2016 record 17-65, 15th seed in the Western Conference.
I'm looking at it right now too, bro. It says 26-56.
Sorry, you about to annoy me. I know that. Hold on, let me check.
Y'all were definitely 17-65 from what I'm seeing right now.
Bro, y'all on ESPN, bro?
I'm seeing.
I put it on Google, bro.
Put it on Google, bro.
Hold on, wait, Nick. What'd you say it was?
26-56.
All right, this don't say 27-55 for 2013.
All right, bro. All right, what's going on? Hey, I'm on the ESPN app right now. It says 26-56. What are y'all talking about?
Oh,
I'm looking at. Yeah, what's funny is on ESPN it does say 26.
Oh, it's one way to solve this. Hold on.
We just solved it, Mo.
No. Nope. Watch this. Hold on. Go to Basketball Reference. That's the real spot right there.
What was you going to at first, Mo?
I think ESPN might be more accurate than this site, though.
Yeah, 26-56. Yeah.
All right, thank you. What I say, 28? I was closer than y'all 17. Disrespecting my voting like that.
Fool, I went on Google and I sided with Montel. I believed you first, so technically I'm still.
He said I believe you first. You Patty, you gonna leave me? Cause all right, left me hanging.
Hey man, it is what it is, brother.
Either way, I see y'all improving. I don't see y'all making it. And the Western Conference is just much stronger this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be between us and the Nuggets for real.
Yeah, I think the AFC say 41 wins. That's all they really take, bro.
I think the Clippers don't make it.
I don't know.
What?
Hey, Nick, you is smoking. You know what, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
The Clippers.
Clippers still
make the
playoffs.
They got Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan.
They got Pat Beverly.
I say they picked up some decent.
They still got Austin Rivers is all right. I ain't saying he like no dog or nothing like that, but he all right.
Sixth man. He not even he the seventh man. Next.
Fool, he probably starting with them.
Now.
What's funny is, other than those top 3 teams, I still like Oklahoma City. I still like Portland. I still like Memphis. Utah, I'm not sold on, but you know who I'm looking to replace Utah? Minnesota. I got Minnesota in before I got the Lakers going in.
I got Minnesota in. This is the top. Of course, you got Golden State, San Antonio.
And I like New Orleans before I like the Lakers.
What's funny is New Orleans does sound good, but they all they got is two big men and Drew Holiday.
They got the brick squad on the wings, man.
Who? Yeah.
That's the issue.
Like, come on, man. Y'all talking about they got two good players, but that's it though, bro.
The Lakers are too young, man. Y'all got to get them time. Y'all can't just crown them already, man.
I'm not crowning them. I'm just saying that they better than the Pelicans.
I disagree. I think the Western Conference is too tough.
Actually, you know what, bro? Looking at these teams, I see y'all. I see y'all getting like 35, 36 wins. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying. I can see you in the 30s. That's fair. Yeah. That's an improvement. Lonzo, he's going to have an impact, but he's not going to be a stud his first year. He's not.
All right, Lonzo, he's not a stud. Like, he's not one of those stud type, take over the game type dudes. He's one of them. He's like a game manager, but if he got to, he can take over. But
that's what I'm saying. No, I think he is a game manager, but I don't think he has the talent around him to be a really, really efficient game manager this year because he doesn't have that talent. I think what you're saying in Summer League is very indicative of what you'll see in the regular season, but at the same time, he's going to be facing much tougher talent.
Much better talent, but he's also going to be playing with better talent too. But he's playing with Summer League.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, he will, but the talent he's going to be playing with is nothing compared to what he's going to see on the opposite side of the court. That's just what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you.
We just going to see.
That's all we can do. We got to play the wait and see game.
But enough about Lonzo. We're going to go ahead and talk about your boy right now. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I know where he's going to end up in a little while. I told y'all where he's going to end up. Out there in the West, in the Bay.
Are you talking about for Arizona?
No. What's funny is, Arizona would be a good look. Hey, Ma, you might be smart.
But no, here's the thing when we talk about.
Hey, they laughed at me when I said Pittsburgh too, bro.
That's the thing.
I don't know about Pittsburgh, but he would be he'd probably be a dog in Pittsburgh.
My thing is, when we're talking about the potential landing spots for Kirk next year, we always talk about what if Carson Palmer retires, what if Ben Roethlisberger retires, what if Deshaun Watson isn't the guy, what if Jared Goff doesn't pan out, what if all of these things don't happen? So where does he go?
There is nobody in San Francisco. Brian Hoyer.
Right, but to me, I think that going to San Francisco from Washington is a much worse situation.
So look, bro.
That's just my opinion.
Look,
they got a better defense and they building.
Who has a better defense? What are you talking about?
San Fran defense, they just racked up.
It's better.
They're the best defense player in the draft.
It's better than who?
The Skins.
Yeah, it's a lot of defense better than the Skins. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's not the point. He said the Skins. He said the Niners defense is better than the Skins when the Niners defense is just as bad as the Skins. Like there's literally nobody better. They both suck. They fucking suck.
Reuben Foster better than
it ain't no who's better, bruh. But nah, like so the other landing spots, bro.
First of all,
you got San Francisco, you got the Jets, you got the Browns.
He shouldn't go to the Jets.
You got the Browns. Who else am I thinking of? I think that's it. Like right now, I don't believe. First off, I don't pay no mind to that bullshit. Deshaun Watson or Jared Goff. And the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I don't pay no mind to the Rams or the Texans. Those guys got first round picks, bro, and they invested into these guys, but they're not giving up on these guys after 1 to 2 years, bro. It's too much money involved in those players for them to be like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get Kirk Cousins or trade these guys, bro. That's too much. That's a hit on their cap, and that's like, why would they give up any assets for Kirk, bro? That's stupid. That's stupid of them.
All right, so look though. There's nobody in San Francisco, and we know what Blake Bortles can do, and we know what he can't do.
Yeah,
he can't win.
He can't do shit.
He can't throw interceptions. So
he's still the
until he prove otherwise. I think Kirk Cousins should go there because they have the boy Fournette in the backfield. The line a little shaky, but they got two dogs on the outside, and they got Dede Westbrook on the slot. I don't know who their tight end is, and their defense should be better. Well, I think it was good last year for real. But
Whose defense?
Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, the defense is
Their
pretty
defense,
good.
yeah, it's gonna be better.
And they add another number one corner, so you got two number ones for real. They got Barry Church, he's solid. They got Gibson. They got I think they got Dan Williams or something on the line, along with Will Butler.
Before we get too deep into the potential landing spots for Kirk, though, let's try to speak on his contract.
I'm about to go to Jacksonville, man. They got the squad.
Yeah, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and speak on that, cause did y'all get a chance to listen to Corey yesterday from the Hawks though?
Yeah, I got bits and pieces. If you want to, can you clarify and just give us some good keynotes about what he said?
Well, I mean, essentially, he first off he said that just overall the offer itself, he said it wasn't a lowball offer. Like a lot of people feel that on the surface, like they consider that like a lowball offer, but it wasn't a lowball offer. It was definitely a solid offer. But it wasn't strong enough for anything to get, like it wasn't strong enough for the ball to get moving in any direction. He felt like there was no need for Cousins to counter at this point. But then again, it also play. He also spoke on Bruce Allen's comments, and I'll let you guys talking it too. But he also spoke on Bruce Allen's comments. There was a way that Bruce Allen made this statement on on Monday. It was a way that Bruce Allen made this statement, and it was. And a lot of people try to fight this narrative, but the way he said it, like it was a way of manipulation. He tried to split the fan base, not intentionally, but it's how he said it. It's how he worded this thing. It was a way to point the finger at Kirk Cousins, to say, we tried our best, we did what we can do, and Kirk Cousins told us that he was okay with playing on the franchise tag. He didn't want to sign it. He didn't offer any counter. He didn't say anything to us in terms of a counter. But we tried our best. We put out the biggest in NFL history guaranteed money at signing for a quarterback. That's not really saying shit though. Cause
how much was the guarantee?
At signing it was $53 million. But you got defensive players, defensive linemen, a la Ndamukong Suh, who's getting $60 million at signing, and he's not the most important player on the football team. That's the quarterback. So $53 million at signing is not really saying anything. However, he said he offered the biggest in NFL history for a quarterback, but I mean, like he's basically saying we did all we can do, and Kirk Cousins still turned us down and gave us no counter. So there was nothing we can do if he didn't counter anything. And that's basically what he was saying.
Here's the thing that Paul left out, which I know that he knows and understands. You offered him $53 million at signing, but he's going to make 24 this year anyway. So when you subtract the 24 from the 53, he's left with 29 over however long the contract was.
5 years.
Right. So if it was a 5-year contract, you offered him 53 guaranteed. He's going to make 24 this year anyway. But so that means he only has 29 for the remaining 4 years of the deal, or after 2017. To me, that's a low ball offer. And I know that I've told you all this year I'm not going to any Redskins game because I don't want to support mediocrity. I don't feel like they truly want to win. This is a sign of them not truly wanting to win, in my opinion, because you can't win in the NFL without a quarterback. Now, everybody knows I'm heavily critical of Kirk, but at the same time, I know that he can play. We haven't had a franchise quarterback in here since I've been alive. And I've been watching the Skins for 24 years. We have not had a franchise quarterback. Kirk is a guy, if you put the right pieces around him, he can get it done.
Come
on, bro. Stop it. I don't know who you about to say, but he's not a franchise quarterback.
Nick dropped right now.
I'm just trying to think of someone I can name.
You can't name anyone because they don't.
Yeah, Mark Brunell.
It's not a franchise quarterback, bro. He was
Right,
35
he's
years
old.
old.
That's what I'm saying. We picked him up. He was old as dirt, and he was good for like a year or two, and then he
Damn,
got
that's
injured.
crazy, man.
I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, in all
I
honesty,
can't
that
think of nobody, bro.
Cause
because
we
we
ain't have
have
none.
him.
We literally had a quarterback carousel for the past 20 plus years, bro.
Who's
And
that?
it's
Who's the last one? Doug Williams?
Nah, Mark Rippon was the last person
might have been
who
Joe
was
Theismann.
here for a while. No,
After Rick.
nah, Rippon came in like 80, like 86, 87 to like 92.
Wow.
And he got us the Super Bowl ring. Joe Theismann was the last one who was here for like what, like 10 years or something like that before he broke his leg.
Yeah, he was here for some time,
Yeah, so it was him.
Crazy. Y'all took my
here's
boy Jason Campbell best years from him. Yeah,
here's
something.
here's my issue with both sides of the party though is one with the Redskins. Are you really willing to fall back into that carousel of 20 plus years, possibly not having a guy at quarterback when you have a guy in the system, in the organization right now today? My issue with Kurt is he's trying to cash out. Granted, he should be trying to cash out. At the end of the day, I'm only upset because it's my team. He's not going to give us a friendly offer. He's going to use this leverage to his advantage. He's going to try to cash in. I can't blame him, but I'm just kind of upset that it's my team. But at the end of the day, he got to do what he got to do. He got to feed his family. I'm not sitting on his end of the table, but he gonna try to take us for everything we got, man. And they need to understand that. They need to acknowledge the leverage. They need to go ahead and pay him. Because I'm not willing to sit back and watch a team who's going to lose for another 20 years, in all honesty. Because if you look at it like this, if you lose Kurt after this year, who else you losing after this year? You might lose Terrell Pryor. You might lose Zach Brown. You might lose all the other guys that Kurt's throwing the ball to. You know what I mean? So I just look at it like that. You don't want to fall into one of those teams like the Browns. Nobody wants to come to your organization.
I think the one thing that's important, uh, I wouldn't necessarily say everything that we got, but more so a respectable offer. For example, remember we was doing I think the last show, for the weekend show, we had said like what was it gonna take to get the deal done, and I had mentioned to you like somewhere between 75 and 85 mil in guaranteed money. There was a report literally today, a projected offer. And today, by the way, that we're referring to is Wednesday. We're recording this on a Wednesday night, but the report is that Stafford is projected to make over 160 million on his next contract, over 160 million total, with 90 million dollars in guaranteed money.
God damn.
Yeah. But Cousins would have got it if they would have got a deal done now. Obviously, it's before the deadline, so I think a Cousins deal would have somewhere landed, would have got done between like 75 and 85 million in guaranteed money. They gave him 72 and 53 up front. Like, if they found a way to first off give him like 80, it probably would have been on the plus side of 80, so like 85. If they got him 85 and spread the money out, a little bit more than just the first two up front with very little to play after the first 2 years, it probably would have got the ball rolling. So I mean, I think that to like a $150 million contract is something that's fair, or $155 million contract is something that's fair for Cousins, in terms of market value. I think that's something that would have got the deal done, but I mean, at this point now, like he had no incentive based on the offer that we gave him to really even to sign that. I mean, I personally think he could have countered, especially after Derek Carr's deal came out.
I
But
wish he would.
yeah, and that says something about how he feels about. In my view, it says something about how he feels about this, like this whole situation in general. It says something to me. But I think he should have countered, and I definitely think a deal could have got done if a counter took place when Carr got his deal done last month. That's how I feel.
Wasn't his total number like 110?
Yeah.
You
That
talking about
is
Cars?
Cousins.
Oh,
Cousins.
Cousins.
Cousin 110.
I think so.
That's
But he was getting
that,
like 21. He was getting 21 average annual, which
come
was
on now.
which
Let's
was
just be real.
I mean, if 50 something is guaranteed, that means a lot of it is performance based, and maybe I don't know,
Nah,
maybe he didn't trust himself, bro.
nah. 53 was up front. Like you know, it's not that they don't trust himself. That's I mean, to take the franchise tag means you trust yourself because you're gonna get paid next year. Like you
Right.
trusting yourself to get that bread,
Or
bro.
that means he got another year to showcase his talent, so he can go somewhere else and get broke
That
off.
that's my
I
point.
think that's what.
Like
Yeah, I think that's what's
basically,
going
like
on.
he basically he knows that he'll get the bread next year. All he has to do is keep up the same play that he was playing the last 2 years, bro, and he gonna get that bread. Like that's all it is to him. Like he really had no incentive to sign any type of deal that they threw his way. But at the same time, if they came to him with a respectable offer off rips, they got the ball rolling, then you'd be like, all right, well maybe they are more serious than they were in the past couple years, bro. Like remember the first reporter offer before the combine, they offered this man a deal that was only like $40 million in guaranteed money, like total, not 72, just 40. That was their initial offer this year. Shit was terrible.
Also, I don't know if y'all read the comments, but Kirk had said something about he didn't want to sign the deal. This could be just blowing smoke, but he said he didn't want to sign the deal because it was too last minute, and he wanted to like think things over,
Yeah,
which
he
could be
said
true,
yeah, that was no. I don't believe that to be true.
or it
To be
could
honest.
also be BS. Now, how do you guys think this will like go over within the locker room? Like, you think it'll be a problem in the locker room, or you think like
Shit, well they happy for him. It's already been I forgot who said it, maybe Rappaport, but the players in general and players around the NFL are pulling for Cousins, to get this deal done. It's just a standard that they're trying to set. The players meaning, because like a lot of people really don't know, including myself. I'm a part of these people because I've never dealt with this type of money before in my life. But a lot of people don't know like the type of the very little money that they get. Like overall period. Like we see the numbers like 100 million. Well, first off, imagine if they was in a place with no taxes. With taxes, excuse me, with taxes,
like
and you got to get agent fees. I forgot who spoke on this. I think maybe the local radio station. I think that's where I heard it. But agent fees. You got to pay your taxes. You got to all these fees you got to take out of the contract, and you don't see all of the money because they're performance based incentives in the deal. You're getting like so for example, and my math may not be accurate, but $110 million contract over the lifetime of it, you're probably getting like 40, 45, maybe 50, 50
man,
million
Take
dollars.
half of it home.
that's
Yep.
bullshit right
That's what
there.
yeah, Chris Cooley spoke on that the
All
other
right, so
day.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
He said you're only taking about half of it home after you pay everything off and you kick everything out. You only take about half of it home.
Yeah,
So
bro.
This
So
I
is
understand.
OC, but that's maybe why Kirk trying to get paid for real. He trying to get broke off because he
No, I
know
mean,
have that shit
yeah,
going somewhere else.
I feel like he's trying to break a barrier as well. And how ironic is it that it's the Redskins quarterback? Like, get the
right,
fuck
bro.
out of Dodge. Like, why
Like they
us?
get a
Like,
franchise quarterback, and we first off we fucked up from the beginning, and because we fucked up from the beginning, we we had the leverage with the franchise tag, and Kirk flipped that motherfucker because we ain't want to play ball with him. So now he out here, he got all the leverage in the world, and it just so happens to be the team that struggles to fucking find a franchise quarterback, bro. Out of all teams, so
Maybe it wasn't meant to be, man. Maybe he was just here to get y'all over a little hump, and then I told y'all who coming out in the draft next year. Get ready for him.
you ain't tell us shit. You asked me who
I said.
coming out.
I said who coming out. You said you basically asked me why. I told you because he gonna be our next quarterback, bro. Come on, man. I got y'all.
hey man, that's just the way the game
Hey, y'all
go.
can trade for a solid. Hey, Christian Hackenberg out there. Y'all can trade for him.
I'm ready for another 10-year drought. Ready.
Brock Osweiler. I
Hey, yeah,
heard he's in the market.
Montel, you drunk, G.
I'm ready for another 10-year drought.
That's a little
Let's
sad though.
start it. Let's
I
get
ain't
it. I
ready.
mean,
That's,
that's the Redskins.
I
That's
ain't
the
ready for that
Redskins.
shit.
We haven't been good since I've been alive.
Bro,
So
I'm in my
that's not
prime.
true,
I'm
bro.
in my
Y'all
prime,
went
bro.
to
I'm 20. I'm 20. I'm about to be 24 this year, bro. I'm not sitting here talking about some 10 years of fucking mediocrity. I ain't ready for that
yeah,
shit.
bro. If you
hey,
think about it,
right.
34. That Redskins might take some years off your life, man. Y'all be stressed
Well,
out
Nah,
I
over
that's a
these
mean,
set.
shit.
First off,
They
Montel, I
don't.
know you remember that one joint. I think I was about to cry on, bro. That one game, son. I can't remember. I think it was like the Carolina game. I want to say, or maybe Brett Favre, like his
That's
40-year-old ass winning a game off on his legs, scrambling and shit.
that's how you know you're a true fan, Mo.
No more. I think it was the LT game where he stiff on Ryan Clark.
I
Or
mean, well,
maybe it
that
was
one
the
hurt too.
Giants game where Brandon Jacobs ran over LeBron Landry.
Well,
Just
It
saying.
could be. It
that
could be
was
a lot
week
of
one. I'm
games.
about to say that was week one. I ain't really worried about that. I
Uh,
was embarrassed.
I was embarrassed.
It's like, bro, you like 230 swole, bro, and you
Brandon
getting
Jacobs
ran
like
over.
280, bro. 6'7", 280.
It don't matter.
Hey,
LeBron be striking,
no,
bro, and
to
that's
give
just a
no to give LeBron the benefit of the doubt. Brandon Jacobs ran over a lot of people. He ran over a lot of people. I'm not
and
even gonna lie to
that was prime Brandon Jacobs. He was only like 3-4 years in the league.
you. But I mean, that's you get used to it. I get used to losing as a Redskins fan. It's not fun,
Ain't
but
trying to
hey,
hear that shit. Back to back winning seasons already, man. I'm ready to move forward. I ain't ready to go back down to
oh,
4
Ready to
wins.
move forward, man. You ready to move backwards, man. That's what y'all going.
yeah, exactly.
One
That's
person.
exactly where we're going next year.
Beep, beep,
One step
beep.
Well, I'm
forward,
gonna
two
enjoy
steps
the shit
back.
out of this year. I'll tell you that much.
You
Hey,
should,
I'm
man.
gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna just say this right now, man. As long as we got Dan Snyder and Bruce Allen upstairs, we not going nowhere. And I'm sorry to say that, but they don't know how to conduct business
Y'all
as
should get
as
Scott back, man.
as head honchos
Here
of
you go.
football operations. They
I
just don't
told
know how to
y'all, if y'all get Scott back, tell him cut back on the booze. Y'all have a winning team, bro. He's
terrible.
smart.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You need somebody who knows the game or who knows talent, who knows something. But these guys, I think they're just egomaniacs. Like I really do feel that way about Scott and I mean not Scott, about Dan and Bruce, because what was the point? What was your purpose about recent releasing the comments that you did about Kurt? What was your purpose? Like
Ain't no
anybody in
purpose.
the
Ain't no
anybody in the business world knows, like you don't do that. You
don't
don't
do
do that to
that.
anybody. You don't do that to
Nobody.
Scott McLuhan. You don't do that to Kirk Cousins. Like I just
Nobody.
didn't understand. But anyways, let's just get to the. I could talk about this games all
This
day.
the same. This the same guy that shut down Heck and Jamal to build a parking lot.
Yep, he shut down some apartments too. Was it Bracy Mo? Was that
It
was that
was it was the Jones
Hey,
behind Maple Ridge.
was that Dan? That wasn't Dan. Don't
That
tell
was
me that.
Dan, bro. Anything that happened over there was Dan's fault. He might shut down Bryce Healy store.
He might. He
He gonna
might
shut
do.
down Boy Gardens. He gonna close up the park,
you better not
build
shut
some more
down
park.
Roy.
Boy, you with the Warriors once in 2 years.
But I went to Roy like 4 times. You ain't been to Roy at all in two
I,
years.
I went the last time he was out there, Mo.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You're right. You're
Oh
right.
yeah, you
I still
did.
went out there more
You
times. Yeah, I
did.
went out there 4.
Well, you live down the street. I'm sorry, I don't live down the street. Mo.
I mean, it don't matter.
It don't
This
matter.
is all besides the point.
It don't matter. And we're gonna start talking about
I still
this
dunk on your little
organization
shit.
right now.
Yeah,
Talk
okay.
about something more relevant and more important
I dunk on your little
on
shit.
Kaepernick. I'm sure all you guys, I heard that little slick comment, and you can't even get your paper up under your feet on your
Well, I be
vertical.
dunking up at
So,
Roy, so you better stop fucking with me.
what they got? Fisher
Don't
Price
turn,
course out there
don't, hey,
now?
don't turn your back. Look, all I'm saying is box out. Just make sure you box out,
I have never seen Fisher Price course at Way Garden, so you're not dunking
I
on
don't
that.
dunk on Fisher Price, boy. I dunk on the real court.
You,
You better
oh,
stop playing with me.
you dunk on the trash can. You dunk your little Gatorade bottle in the trash can. That's it.
You done?
I'm waiting on you to stop lying to the people.
I'm not lying. This is the crazy thing. Just all right. Ask Eric.
Ball, I have
Ask Eric.
never
We'll put it
seen
out
you
there.
dunk.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Eric saw it. Eric saw it up at the jump. Eric saw it at
So
Roy.
what?
Saw me dunk, fool.
Did you
What I
get
gotta
like a
tell you?
boost?
You know what? Jamal's lying, and I'm gonna tell you why
Thank
he's
you.
lying.
How am I
Thank
lying?
you,
Tell
bro.
We
me.
can we can move on because he's not telling the truth.
Tell me. Tell me how I'm lying.
Because you can't dunk.
All right. You know what? Okay. How about this? We gonna text Eric right now. We're gonna bring it up
Right
later.
now. You know what's funny, Mo? I bet you I could dunk before you.
You can't. I mean, it don't matter. Because we'll be dunking. We'll be both dunking at the same time, so it doesn't matter.
All right, like I was saying, though, Back to more important news. I don't know if you guys watch Speak for Yourself,
Strap
but
lost shit that day too.
Michael Vick was on there talking about how Colin Kaepernick should cut his hair to get back into the league. Um, I'm gonna let you guys start with this because I got some words for my boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him, but y'all go ahead and start with this one. Montel Omar, you go ahead and take the flow.
I'm gonna let the roster go first because he
Let's
has
cut
Okay,
Jermaine's hair,
you
bro.
do have hair,
man.
man. Go
All right,
ahead,
so
Jermaine.
look, man. Here's the thing. I I described Mike Vick's comments as tricky, and the reason why I said tricky is because Mike Vick has a point. However, he was wrong to say or to insinuate or suggest or imp- like implicate that his hair, Colin Kaepernick's hair, has a reason for him not getting a job. That was foolish of him to say anything like that. However, I said he has a point because first and foremost, let me remind people. Like I said, I got dreadlocks. Um, there was literally a law passed. If it wasn't this year, it was last year that allows state government or federal government certain federal government jobs to discriminate against people with dreadlocks. Like that's literally a law now. So, um, there is certain things where as a black man or shoot as a black person period, a person with an afro can be looked at differently. A person with dreadlocks can be looked at differently than a person who has a neat cut, and that's just the truth. Like, and that's a lot of things that's a lot of people don't want to hear that on social media, and that's fair. But I mean, wake the fuck up, honestly. Like, it really is the truth. It's the truth to what he was saying. However, I would never say what Colin is doing, and especially the way Vic said it. What Colin is doing, if he was the first thing first, if he was to cut his hair, he might get a job. I would never say anything like that. Never. So, like I said, it was tricky, but he has a point. But his point did not apply to Colin Kaepernick's situation at all.
Okay.
Hey, Ma, I'm gonna tell you now. You took damn near everything I was about to say. First, first and foremost, I can relate because I have a beard, and a lot of y'all know. Hey, nah, and it sounds funny, but believe it or not, when I initially started working at Enterprise, like my sophomore year of college, you couldn't have a beard. And in the corporate world, they didn't allow beards. They just recently began to like accept beards as like a thing. Like, okay, you can work with us if you have a beard as long as you keep it neat, as
But
long as
you
you
want
keep
to
it.
know why they started doing that?
And why is that?
Because other than black people started to have beards. But go
Okay.
ahead.
I mean, and that's the thing with corporate America. That's the way it works, and it's unfortunate that we not only we as African Americans, but everybody we get judged. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing. It actually happens, and just like I heard Shannon Sharp talking today about the situation. I don't know if he spoke about it today or if he spoke about it yesterday, but I heard it today for the first time. He was saying like it just adds to that narrative that black people have to look a certain way, or we have to dress a certain way, or we have to wear our hair a certain way. Well, guess what? We do. Not only us, everybody does. Corporate America has a look. Everything has a look. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate that they will judge us, but guess what? It happens. Just like Maul said, wake up. It's a part of what we do. Every day I wake up, I throw on a shirt that I don't want to wear. I throw on some pants that I don't want to wear. I throw on some shoes that I don't want to wear. You know why? Because I gotta collect the check at the end of the day. And it's unfortunate that we have to live like that, but everyone conforms to a degree. Not just black people. I know white people that do it too. So at the end of the day, he like Maul said, he had a point, but his point didn't really it didn't really match the situation because
Yeah.
as Shannon Sharp was saying, Kaepernick didn't do anything wrong for you to say, okay, he should cut his hair to get back in the league. First and foremost, I feel like even if he cut his hair today, he wouldn't get back in the league regardless.
Yeah, that's
Because
how I feel.
Right.
Exactly.
Because of what he did, and it's unfortunate because what he did wasn't wrong. It was misinterpreted. And a lot of people, they want to take what he did and turn it into something that it's not because everyone has an opinion today and they feel like their opinion is more valid than the next person's opinion. You know what I mean? And Colin Kaepernick was just trying to shine a light on police brutality that goes on every day that people don't understand because they don't live in those circumstances and they don't see it or they view it as you should have been doing something else or you should have complied. You know what I mean? People have different experiences. A lot of people don't understand that black people really do, and I'm telling you now as a black man, we really do. See, we go through different things. Hey, y'all could tell them now. We was in high school pulling up to a party. Police pulled guns out on us and told us that they would light our shit the fuck up. That's what his exact words. We in high school. We don't got no weapons on us. We don't got no drugs on us. We just pulling up to a party. I have never seen that happen in suburbia. I've never seen that happen. I never. What's funny is I've never had a gun pulled on me except for by a police officer. So that's the thing.
Very
Like
true.
people don't That's what I'm saying. People don't understand it. So they're like, you know what? That's not. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not. It's not reality to them. But at the end of the day, that's really what it is. So like I said, like I agree with Maul to a degree because I see where Vic was going, and I think his intentions weren't to be harmful, but at the end of the day, your comments just don't match the situation, and your situation was different from Colin Kaepernick. I understand you got a clean cut, and you may have gotten a second chance, but guess what? It takes for somebody to give you a second chance, regardless of your appearance, regardless of what you did. It takes for somebody to give you a second chance, and I just think his comments didn't really matter. Like Colin doesn't have to cut his hair to me. I support what he did. Cut your hair or not, I feel like he deserves a
I
second
think
chance
that was
because
that jailbird
like,
Vic, bro.
yeah, and it
He
probably
forgot he just
was.
got he been out of jail for some time. He's like, man, oh, this fool got cut his hair, man. He got to get back in shape, man. He got to look good, man.
And that don't have nothing to do with it, but I think his intentions were, he had good intentions. So I kind of support where Vic was going because he did have good intentions, and if you
Yeah,
have
it
good
wasn't ill will.
intentions, that's what I'm saying. If you have good intentions, I kind of stand behind you somewhat. But I don't think that Colin has to cut his hair. No, but I think he wants for Colin to get back in the league. So shout out to Vic, shout out to Colin. I hope Colin gets back in the league. I hope Vic continues to get gigs on radio stations and
It's
TV
yeah,
shows.
it's
So,
wild though that and I know Nick, you probably got something to say, but it's wild though how like you don't be on social media like that, Montel. Well, you ain't got no social media for real, except for WorldStar, the WorldStar app. That's your social media. But it's just wild how so many people off these comments alone just turned on Vic, bro. Like it's really, and I'm not the type of person that'll go out there and just be like put my foot down and stand like put the cape on for anybody, bro. That's not the type of person that I am. But people how people react off what he said, it's like, y'all gotta understand. Like it's just because somebody said it's wrong on social media don't mean everybody be like, yeah, it's wrong, you wrong,
Yeah.
I can't forgive you.
right.
Like, come on, son. Like y'all gotta understand first off the context. You gotta understand where he was coming from. But at the same time, understand that he's wrong and people say things that are wrong doesn't
Right.
always mean that
All the
he like
time.
yeah, don't mean he a fuck up and that you need to turn your back on him. Like, come on, bro. Like if you say something like imagine all the people that say shit wrong all the time. I say things wrong and I probably don't even notice it like half the time, bro. Like
All the time.
like
You say
you
it all the
turn
time.
all right, shut up. but but yeah, bro. Like if I say something wrong, I wouldn't have no friends. I wouldn't have no family, bro. Like that's just how it is. And some people just be
Yeah.
acting so wild on social media, son. Like
You barely
that's just
got us,
annoying.
man. You better be lucky you got some good ones right
Hey,
here.
Nick go hard
I'm about to say
right
I'm ignoring Nick, man.
Check it out,
But go
bro.
ahead, Phil. I know you probably got something to say anyway.
Y'all basically said damn near everything I was going to say.
Hey, he just blew me because I said the exact thing.
But
Hey,
y'all said everything. I was Montel blew me talking about the corporate roles. I was like, I was going to use that because Ball ain't said it yet. Um, but basically, just to touch on everything y'all said, I ain't gonna go too long because y'all said it all. Um, it is a tricky situation. When I first heard, because I heard it live, because I was at work, chilling. So I heard it live, and
Not
I was
doing
like,
shit, right?
I said chilling. That's that's the proper
The
term.
fact that you was at work chilling, you shouldn't have admitted that
Right. I was going to say that shit.
Like I
I
said,
was on my lunch break, man. I just overheard this Michael Vick conversation. I had to hear it. That's what
nah, I
Skip
heard
said.
it and I heard it live. I was like, man, at first my thoughts was like Mike Vick tripping. Like, why would you say this? Like, both of the situations are totally different. Michael
Right.
Vick went to jail. Um, like, come on, bro. Like, Kaepernick ain't do nothing but stand up for what he believed in, and it's two different, like two different things, bro. Like, it's nothing that's the same except for somebody don't like you. But somebody had mentioned on the radio about when you like get dressed for an interview and everything, you don't think about like you cut your hair or like you cut it down or you might do plaits or something. So
Oh, yeah, I already know where
I,
you had it.
yeah, so I was like, man, it makes sense because that corporate world, NFL basically a corporate world because you can't do too much. You
Like,
can't you can't live your life for real. You got to live under their rules. You can't be seen out doing wild stuff. Like I wouldn't even want like the more stuff that come out. I would rather play in the NFL back in the day than now
right,
because there's
where is
so
no
much
social
stuff out
media?
here. Yeah, so much stuff out here, bro. Like anybody get caught up doing anything stupid, and I feel like you can't even like eat a bowl of spaghetti at a restaurant without somebody taking a picture of you looking like a fool, bro. And that's not how I would want to live my life. So
And like for
I just
me, an example of what you were saying though, because I was saying I know where you was headed in terms of like people don't even realize like for example if you were to get a job interview out the cut, you're like, oh man, I gotta make sure I get this shape up. I gotta make sure
yeah,
all
something.
these things are something right. Like for me, when I start, if I was to start getting interviews or like I wanted people want to see me, I gotta make sure my dreads is up. I gotta make sure them Jones is pinned. They look like it's not gonna be a problem because if I come out that John looking like I was looking at in what's the name Punta Cana. I forgot the name for a minute, but if I came out that John looking like I was in Punta Cana, bro, with the dreads just hanging down,
Hey,
and
my,
them Jones wild, bro. Like ain't nobody fucking with me. I'm like, hey, thanks for coming. We gonna call
hey,
Thanks
you.
for coming.
We gonna call you, but I ain't never
you
gonna get that
want
damn call back, bro.
you
Yeah,
want to
that's
know why
real
it's
though.
so funny? Because once you get in the door, you let it hang all out,
Exactly,
baby.
man. Exactly.
Because
Hey, when
I can tell you
I've been
now
at the
what.
Department of Justice for 7 years, bro. When I tell you, I go like a month and some change without getting these Jones done, bro. I
Hey,
ain't worried
bro.
about nothing out there. I'm
Hey,
telling you, bro.
it's so funny because y'all know me. Like I'm usually on it. If I'm going out of town, I get my joint shaped up. Boy, I let my shit rough when I'm at work. I mean,
Exactly,
like
son.
I'm
You
trying to wait
comfortable, bro.
3
They
weeks.
know
I don't,
you.
exactly. Once they know what you can do, then you have the freedom to do stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
But it's funny.
also I don't think based off his numbers the past couple of years, I don't think he'll get another job.
Cap had a pretty decent year last year,
So
though.
he
He's
had a
better than
decent
most.
year.
He's damn sure better than a lot of backup quarterbacks.
This the
Damn.
What's
one.
fun?
This the one
Somebody was
question that
saying
people
his
haven't asked me.
interception to touchdown ratio is pretty good last year. I
It
heard
was
did hear
16
that,
touchdowns, 4 picks.
which is excellent actually. But you come on, man. Once you get that X on your back in that type of environment, bro, that's how I was at a
It's four to
company. I
one.
won't say that. I won't say the name, but a couple places I've been. Once you get like an X on your back, it could be because you doing a good job for like people feel like they just don't like you just because who you are.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, like they'll sabotage you in the corporate world, and it's sad because good companies lose out on good people because of that, and they bring in trash. But
Yeah.
like y'all don't even know, bro. Like, ever since I've been out of school, like I've been seeing different types. I've been in like a couple different environments, and it's like wow, like you really see true colors for real.
It's real.
Like being a good person just
Don't
ain't
matter.
it.
Yeah,
Being good
it
at your
don't get you too far.
yeah,
Yeah.
being good at your job don't really like if you're not cool with that person, somebody up higher than you, but they'll try to sabotage you, bring their mans in because that's what they want to work with. So
Yeah.
it's crazy, but it's life, and you gotta work around it. Just find your way for real. But I feel
You
like
just gotta
Cap,
create your value. That's what you really gotta do. And but the thing is, when it comes to Cap, like, and it sucks that he played on a bad team. The team was 2-14.
yeah,
He doesn't really stand out. Like you can't say when you talk about the San Francisco 49ers of 2016 that Kaepernick was, he was the Todd Gurley. Like remember, like the Rams went what they were terrible in 2015, but Todd
Terrible.
Gurley stood the fuck out. Like he was a dog, but that was not Colin Kaepernick of 2016 with the San Francisco 49ers. Like he quietly had a good season. So that's why you got so many people saying like he wasn't good enough he's not even good enough to be on a roster or a starter, which is fair as far in terms of a starter. You can make that argument. I'd say that there's probably about 5 or 6 teams that he can start for right now.
I do
But
agree.
at the same time, like his season was not good
Including San
enough.
Francisco, bro. Ain't
Exactly,
nobody.
including San Fran. So it's just like he just did not stand out enough. And that's just something that like he didn't create his own value like where people will still, like for example, Greg Hardy. And I hate to use him as an example, but you got to understand like remember like in the midst of his allegations and his legal issues, he signed with the Dallas Cowboys because he was a hell of a fucking pass rusher. He was a havoc wreaker. Um, but why the hell would the Cowboys even take that risk? Like he had issues with Dallas when he was with
Like,
Dallas. So, but the
you know
the
what's
point
crazy
is like
though?
he created his own value. Like people still took a chance on him, and like that's the thing that Colin Kaepernick failed to do when he was with the San Francisco 49ers is create enough where people would be like, I still want to take a chance on him.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though? I actually wanted to sign Greg Hardy back. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. And he made some plays with that. A lot of people try to diminish his play when he was with Dallas. He made plays in the time that he was there. A lot of people. I seen a lot of people try to do that. First off, I seen Greg Hardy play live when y'all played Seattle. He made the only play of the fucking game for Dallas, bro. Like
I'm
real
trying to
talk.
tell you, Greg Hardy
Like
was not as like. I'm gonna tell you this:
people try to knock him.
The Patriots game,
He wreaked havoc, bro.
Tom Brady was on his ass all fucking game. That's what people don't
That's
realize.
the joint he
Like,
had like 3 sacks, right?
yeah, his whole when he came back, bro, our whole D line, like that whole left side changed, bro. Like he was out there balling. Now I was like, wow, like, and the person that tried to say he was a bad person in the locker room, didn't even make the team the next year. It was funny. I can't remember his name right now. That's how bad he was. Uh, it was the guy who he was a role player, and he was behind Greg Hardy. So he was coming in when Greg Hardy was hurt. So I don't know if you try to sabotage him to get his spot and lose his in the process, but I felt like we shouldn't even take his. He tried to say he was a bad person in the locker room and bad vibes. I feel like if you play with Dak and them, you probably wouldn't hear people out of him, bro. Not because he probably just wouldn't care. He just show up, do his job, go home.
But I
That's
still
it.
think that's a bad standard to set though to have Greg Hardy on your team, knowing he was more likely than not the reason why that woman, that lady, whoever that I think his ex girlfriend
His
was,
ex-wife. I think his ex-wife for real.
his ex wife. Like it's just a bad standard to set. I wouldn't even sign him, bro. I wouldn't fuck with him personally.
I mean, it's people in the league that did worse than that though.
I mean, I understand, but you gotta like it's still a line. It's still a line, like in terms of. And well, let me clarify because I just put this on air. I'm not saying it's a line in terms of what type of domestic violence is acceptable, but what I'm saying is, um, you have to like in terms of a GM, you have to understand that uh, there's just certain things you won't allow on your roster. I understand that some people make mistakes. Some people are already on your roster, and then something happens. So you have to figure out what's going on. You have to be available to give these guys second chances, certain people. But to the extent of which, Greg Hardy went, and with his ex-wife, that's just something that you cannot. And there was pictures. That makes a
So,
situation
all
worse.
right, Mark, I got a question. Do you believe a rapist should be in the NFL?
A rape. Hold. Look, man. Can I have some? Can I have some clear? Can I get it?
Just answer the question. A person
No.
who
All right. No. A rapist shouldn't be in the NFL.
a
Like,
person who was who we didn't know
but
if they
that's
really
but
got
that's
raped.
just a
But
that's
I'm
just a
saying,
wide base. That's a wide base question. Like, a rapist shouldn't be in the NFL. No. Or a domestic abuse uh
so a
abuser.
Hall of Fame quarterback is was allegedly a rapist.
Who the hell? Okay. Who are we talking about?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben. All right. Yeah, I know about that.
You think he should be gone?
I mean, first and foremost, I don't know the details about the whole situation.
All right,
I
then
know
we gonna leave.
I
We
know
gonna
I
leave it
know
there.
that,
We'll
but
leave it
I
there.
know no. Listen, I know about what the girl claimed. And I think he got took to court about it, right?
If I believe so.
Cause you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. Cause I'm not
Yeah,
about to
just
sit
leave
here
it
and say
there.
some shit. I'm not. I don't know the full. I don't know the full details. I'm gonna fuck around and say something stupid. The shit that I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna say
Nick
something
said,
stupid, and everybody gonna turn their back on me, and I ain't gonna have no
Yeah,
friends and family.
they gonna be
let you know
like,
now, Nick was setting a trap,
He
boy.
was trying to, but see, that's what I was telling. That's what I was telling him. Like, what type of broad questions that do I believe rapists should be in? No, hell no. But I don't know his situation. It's context to everything.
all right, all right. That's
Hey,
all. That.
hold up, Nick. You a Lakers fan? What,
Oh yeah,
coach?
oh yeah, huh? Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up,
Just
Nick.
know,
Montel.
as I was saying that, I was like, damn, they probably rank up Kobe for real.
Hey, so should y'all give the back the championship rings y'all won after him being
No, we
convicted?
shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. 14 other players contributed to that. To them rings.
I don't think Kobe
So,
was ever convicted, though, to be honest.
nah, Kobe wasn't convicted. Funny thing is,
The charges disappeared, right?
those shit, something like that happened. But I feel like those type of charges, bro, are kind of in this day and age are kind of iffy.
I feel like it might suck to be a superstar. Like, look at Zeke's situation now. He
Oh,
may not
yeah.
have done anything. He may have just been in the area. And
Yeah, that's. Bruh,
Oh
they
no,
just
I'm
say
telling
he
you,
was involved.
he knocked them out, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, the DJ said
Hey,
some. The
Mo,
DJ,
funny in there.
the
He
dude,
knocked them out, bro. Suspension.
the dude, the dude
I was
said he don't
there,
know who.
bro.
He said he don't know who hit him, but he just know he got knocked out.
Bro, I was
Yeah.
around the corner when it happened, bro.
And
I wish I was there. Quarter of video,
Zeke,
boy. I done leaked
Zeke
it to
just had to be in the
so
atmosphere,
fast.
bro.
I done leaked that joint to everybody, boy. I don't even care.
But that just
Hey, let me
takes
tell
to
you
my
something. Hey,
point, bro.
TMZ, I got this video. Pay me 100,000. I got you. It's
That
a
just comes
payday.
to my point, bro. It's hard being a celebrity, bro. It's hard being the face of something. Like it's hard. That you can't do nothing, bro. You can't
Nah,
do
you
nothing
right.
at all.
You
If
right.
Zeke was a no-name person, we wouldn't be hearing about this at all. If he
Yeah,
was
you
like
right.
swinging door from the Redskins, we wouldn't hear about him.
All right, let's chill out, man. Hey,
I mean, he retired as a Bronco. I mean, so I ain't really sure
that was
he could do
uncalled
that.
for.
My bad, y'all. I just couldn't think of somebody that nobody cared about for real.
I definitely didn't care about him.
Tony Banks. Nobody cares about him. He played with the Cowboys, right?
Quincy Carter.
Don't
Oh yeah,
recall.
Quincy Carter.
Hey, Quincy Collins, my boy, man. 17. He's a ball. He wasn't a baller, but
He was not a
He just
baller.
he just beat the Redskins, his bitch ass.
he was he was alright. He's cool.
Hey,
I
Mo,
used to
you ain't
hate
just
those
like
years,
that.
bruh. The years that the Redskins really struck. Like we ain't start beating the Cowboys till '05, son. We cannot beat the Cowboys from
You talking
like
about you used to hate
'99.
those years? They still going on.
He's still cool.
Hey, boy, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you now. I'm one of the most pessimistic Redskins fans you gonna ever find, bro. We
If James
suck.
ever got on this, if James ever got
Oh
on
no,
this
James
on this
might be
jump,
worse than
bruh,
me.
yeah,
he
nah,
is
James
worse
worse
than
than you,
you.
but he's a pessimistic about every Washington sport
I hit the chat.
known to
I hit the
man,
chat
bro.
off random just for example. Be like, hey man, hey look, bro, we just got this player, bro. We finna go to the motherfucking bowl. This man James talk about some fool. He gonna get hurt. We gonna go
I'm about
two and
to say, yeah, he
14.
gonna get hurt week one, bro. He ain't shit.
I don't know
But
why you
anyway,
got
Thing
your faith
is,
in these boys. The Redskins always find a way to fuck up.
I can tell y'all now. James will text me outside of the group chat talking about some. We gonna win the division this year.
I
The
don't
thing
say that
is,
shit.
I swear on everything, he hit me last year saying that in the preseason. He was like,
Wow.
we can take the division. The thing is, as a Skins fan, you do it so that you don't get hurt. Because it's like you almost know we gonna mess up. You almost know
Yeah,
it.
you
I'm
just wait
telling
for
you.
that minute, that second.
Yeah, you just wait for it. So if you keep yourself down, you can never get down. But if you get
See,
yourself too high and they bring you down, it hurts. You know what
that's
I mean?
exactly why we've been having a hell
y'all
of a
sound
lot
like
of
some
fun the past 2 years,
insecure
bro.
fans, bro.
Well, I mean, we are. We got molded that way. It's not
That
our
is
fault.
so terrible, bro. Y'all sound like some broken-hearted
But
girlfriends, bro.
it's better. It's better than fucking being delusional, bro.
He broke my
Because
Exactly.
heart. He broke my heart.
that's what the Cowboys fans do, bro. Y'all are the most delusional fans out there.
Yeah,
Like
y'all
every
are
single
definitely
year,
delusional.
Every
I'd
single
rather
year,
be
y'all. Yeah.
delusional than heartbroken, bro. Y'all sound like they done
But
cheated
y'all
y'all
be so
7
y'all
times,
being
bro.
so disarray when the season ends. Be like, what the fuck just happened? Like, and
Nah,
everybody be trying to tell you,
this the
we knew
thing
this
though,
was going to
bro. This the
happen.
thing. The
Right, we knew the
Cowboys
whole
actually,
time.
the Cowboys actually build us up to think we can do something, and then it be like literally the last play of the season we fuck up. So we get
You just
that whole
described our
build.
situation.
I was
No,
gonna
no,
say
no,
you,
no,
you
no.
literally just described our season just now.
Y'all go in week one like, man, we some shit. This shit gonna be bad. So y'all already saying it's gonna be bad. And when it happen, y'all don't be too surprised. Y'all just be like, man, what I say?
Guess what?
We some
Is that
shit.
not smarter than your logic? Because at the end of the day, y'all get fucked up by the last play of the season too,
I like to be happy,
right?
Montel. So I take my happiness when I can
Hey,
get.
you know
All
what?
right.
Do your thing. You gonna continue to be happy until that last play of the season. You know what? I'm gonna be the one that be like, you know what? We're gonna suck the whole season. And to come to the end of the season, when we stink it up at the worst possible time, I won't be upset. But guess what? You gonna be pissed. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
cool.
blown. But I was happy most of the season though. That's all that matters.
No, I'd be happy most of the season. It's just like, you know
Nah,
what?
Montel
When
be in
it's
the chat.
nah,
Montel be in the chat.
it'd be like my
Man, what
happiness
the
is gonna
fuck?
come to an end. My happiness is gonna come to an end pretty soon, and I know that.
Matt
So
Stafford
that's
about to
that's
drive down the
understandable.
field in 32
I
seconds.
still,
It took him 2 seconds. Game over.
I still wish Montel ain't wake up during the Giants game.
Hey, bro, you gotta
Dang, bro.
stop.
Wait, she was dead the whole game, bro? What's up?
No, fool, he was taking a nap, bro.
I wish you never woke up, Montel. You just so
I just wish,
pessimistic
cause when he
on
Hey,
my
woke
Ma,
up,
skin.
when he
Just
woke
stay
up,
asleep forever.
Kirk threw the pick, bro.
hey, Ma, I hate to tell you this. Regardless of how I woke up a nerd,
It
nah,
wasn't. Nah, I'm trying to tell. He knew that you
Kurt
was
was
asleep. He knew that you was
Kurt
asleep,
was
bro.
going
He knew
Kurt
that you
was
was
gonna throw
asleep.
that pick regardless, my
He
man.
knew that
All
you was
right,
asleep,
Hey,
fellas,
bro.
hold up. Before we get out of hand, we still got one more topic to touch on before we go.
Oh
let's touch
yeah,
on this
yeah.
real fast. Let's touch on
So
this
real quick, you heard what Calvin said. He said he retired for real, quote unquote, because the Lions suck, and he was tired of losing, and he was ready to go. But he said he would come back to go to the Raiders. Now I actually have an interesting point about him going to the Raiders, but I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Well, personally, question question asked was, is there anything wrong with Calvin quitting on his team? And I personally, there's a fundamental issue with that. Like, I would never say that shit. Same thing with, like we talked about with Mike Vick. I would never put that shit on public airwaves. That I wouldn't say it. But
If Michael Vick would have explained himself better,
well,
it would have
no,
been okay.
no, because
Or
he
it would have been it would if he would explain himself the way we took it, it wouldn't have been that it wouldn't have been as blown up as it was. It was bad, but it could have been better if he worded it different, I guess. But continue
well,
about Calvin Johnson.
that's kind of true. So I give you that. Yeah. But so yeah, when it comes to Calvin, like I would never say, yeah, part of the reason why I didn't see his winning. He was being honest, and I respect that. Like that's one thing with this situation. Like he was being completely honest. He didn't see him winning the championship anytime soon. They were terrible. He was wasting his time there. Um, but these are the people. These are the people who they showed their loyalty to you. You had a lot of fans out there. They came to see you play. And you just basically said, look, man, I've been I've been eating all this junk food, bro. I just took a laxative, man. I'm about to go ahead and wipe my ass with the city of Detroit right quick, cause and basically didn't think twice about it. Like he really did. He really did shit on them fools, bro. And that's just one thing you don't do when it comes to the people that that was loyal to the team that you played for, and they were major fans of you. So yeah, I had a problem with him saying it, but I don't see if, especially if they wasn't going to release him of his contract so he can go anywhere else and play for a contender. I don't see a problem with him, quitting on the team, especially if he was getting injured. He was going to war every single week, like the shit that he had to go through just to play a game every week. It was put on the E60 a few months back. So I don't blame him.
I'm gonna let you know now. I had zero problems with what Calvin Johnson said. Number one, I wish more players would do what Calvin Johnson did, which is come out and tell the God honest
I'm
truth.
gonna stop letting y'all go first, bro. But go ahead.
I wish more players would come out and tell the truth, like Calvin
Tell the
Johnson
truth.
did. Yeah, come out and tell the truth. My body hurt. My team sucked. I'm putting it all on the line. We not winning. It's no point in me continuing to put my body on the line, and I'm not seeing anything from putting my body on the line. I have no issues with him coming out and saying that. Really, we all know the Lions suck. So if you win it every day, of course you know the Lions suck. Front office suck. The team suck. Your offensive line suck. Like, come out and be honest and tell the truth. So I have no issues with what he said. My thing is, when you come out every day and put your body on the line, that's the thing. Like, we don't live in these NFL players' body. People don't understand how gruesome this game is. Regardless how much you getting paid, at the end of the day, when you leave this game, you want to be able to. You in your mid-30s, if you're lucky. You in your mid-30s. Calvin was 30 years old. You still got the rest of your life ahead of you. Why am I going to risk my limbs and my body parts for an organization who's not putting it all on the line for me? You're not putting the pieces around me. Granted, I understand the fans are going to be frustrated, but at the end of the day, do I have to be so loyal to fans that I have to risk a limb, that I have to limp for the rest of my life for the fans? Hell no. They're not living my life. So at the end of the day, I'm not upset with what he did. I'm not upset at what he said. And if he does come back, one, I hope he comes back healthy. Two, I hope he comes back to a contender. Calvin Johnson, one of my favorite receivers of all time. So
Yeah, mine
I
too.
hope he comes back. Yeah, I hope he comes back to a contender, and I hope he gets to the Super Bowl. I have absolutely no issues with
They
what he
ain't gonna
did.
release that man contract. They want him to come back.
Right, and
That's
that's
that's a sad
bad
thing.
for the Lions. Yeah, that's even worse on the Lions because they want him to come back. Granted, I don't think the Lions are as bad as they were when Calvin was there. I think they're a pretty decent team now. And if you ask,
Calvin last year, and I
It's
think
because people slept on
they
Matt
started
Stafford.
they started to turn around, right? Because I think we played them in playoffs one year. The year
They should
when
have
he got
won.
hurt,
they
Golden
should have
Tate,
won. We're not
yeah,
going to
they
speak
should
on
have
that
won, but they didn't.
because the flag got.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. If it was a flag, they would have called it. I'll tell you that right now.
if
But
if it was a catch, they would have said it
I was
was
just
a
about
catch.
to say that shit.
I think it was a catch. But obviously, they said it wasn't a catch. But
Clearly,
I
y'all
know.
wasn't in the NFC Championship game that year, so.
Look, clearly, where was y'all at on the couch?
2014. Yeah, you're right. We was on the couch.
Couch. I was on the same couch with y'all
I
eating
mean,
popcorn. I went.
exactly.
I walked in. What you call it? I was like, "Hey, what's up, Kurt? What's up, RG3?" They gave me a big bowl of popcorn. I was like, "Y'all cool with me? Y'all cool with me, man?" But I'm gonna just go ahead and put my little take on this for Montel. Take more of my words. Uh, I have zero problems with what he said. All he said was the truth, and he said what all the Lions fans already knew. So I felt like if y'all knew this, why don't
well,
get mad because he telling y'all what y'all already knew. That's stupid.
well,
So
yeah, he's right, man. I can't front.
yeah, when he said this, that's like Kirk Cousins saying I didn't want to stay in Washington because the organization was bad. This ran terribly. What the rest of the fans gonna say? Oh, we knew. We know that. We know.
Right.
So ain't shit wrong with what he said. I will say this though: if he comes back and goes to the Raiders, um, I think the Raiders could use him and throw Amari in a slot probably.
Mm.
But that probably Amari probably light some shit up with that. But he going to get some good corners in that division. He got it don't matter what side he go to. Broncos, they strap. Chargers, they strap. And the Chiefs, Peters, lockdown. I don't know who the other guy is. I think he's strapped too. Is it Gaines?
He's talking about.
Or the other guy across from Marcus Peters from the Chiefs.
Shoot, I forgot.
I know if it's Gaines, I know he's strapped because of Matt. He was strapped
Joe.
like a mother.
You talking about Joe?
No, we moving on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know Montel. I know that dude under the knife, so he done for the season.
I know Jafo is with the Chargers. You know,
I'm
he got them
Oh,
done.
straps.
I'm done talking.
Jafo.
Jafo.
That was terrible.
We not even going to trick the listeners into that one, so we gonna let them just ride out.
Y'all don't know who Jafo is?
We don't want to know.
No bullshit. All right, y'all. That was our show for the day. You know what I'm saying? We had another good one with my boy Montel and Jafo. I don't know why I called you Jafo, man, because I don't even like that.
I just planted it in y'all heads and the listeners, man. Jafo. Hey, he a dog on the field too.
That could be your
Telling
alias, Mo. Jafo.
Nah, it's still Scott. Still
Shout out
Scott.
to my boy James, bro. My man Scott. My man James Scott, man. Look him up. Best Redskins fan y'all got, man. Die hard. Look him up, man. He gonna be the game with the chief hat on and the glasses. Just go ahead and look out for him. But yeah, that's it. Y'all got anything else to say to the people out there at Hogstyle Land? Let me know. If not, we out of this job.
Peace.
He's at.
Can you hear your boy? Cause I can hear myself.
No,
Well, you gotta cut that one out.